Hi, I'm Hyunwoo from talktomeinkorean.com, and I'm going to walk in a video once again because you guys loved the walking and talking format in one of our previous videos about one thing you can do to improve or keep improving your Korean. If you haven't checked that out, I'll put a link down below. But anyway, the topic of this video is a little bit interesting, very interesting actually, because I am a parent and also Kyungin from talktomeinkorean.com, my co-worker, is also a parent, and both her daughter Min-song and my son Jun, they commonly refer to themselves in the third person.
딩동이 엄마 아니 딩동이야.
So instead of saying things like, for example, I want to do it, I did it, I will eat that, they say 민송이가 먹을 거야, 민송이가 하고 싶어, or 준이가 이거 하고 싶은데 준이 주세요. They say their name instead of saying I, right? It's slippery here. There's some ice. We had a lot of snow the other day. It's not only unique to Korean kids. As you know, kids and toddlers around the world, they often refer to themselves in the third person. It's often regarded as a childish or childlike thing to do. But you see this definitely a lot more commonly in Korea. Why is it? There are mainly three explanations that I think are causing this. And the first one is that even adults in Korea or in the Korean speaking environment, they often refer to themselves in the third person. What do I mean by that? I don't, for example, say 현우가 하고 싶어요, or I don't say my name to mean I anymore. At least not anymore. I used to do that, of course, when I was a toddler myself. Instead of using our actual names, people often say their social title to mean I. So my father often texts me saying 아빠한테 전화해라. So call daddy. Who's daddy? He is. So he doesn't say call me. He never actually says 나. You know, 나 is I, and he is safe to use the word 나 because he can use 반말 to me. I'm his son, but he never says 나 to me. He says 아빠 all the time. And my mother as well, and some of my university friends, like older friends who are 선배s, they say 선배한테 말해 or 형한테 말해, 오빠한테 말해봐, 오빠가 도와줄게. Using their social title as a replacement of the word I is very common in the Korean speaking environment here in Korea. That's why people feel, that it is really natural for kids to do that, because kids are basically mimicking what adults do. And the second reason is talking to the other person. Instead of saying you, they also sometimes use the person's name. So Seokjin is filming this, and instead of saying no, I don't know how often I've said no to Seokjin. I rarely say that. I often say 석진이는 뭐 할 거야? 석진이는 뭐 먹을 거야? Things like that. And I feel like this is more respectful and more, I guess, polite than saying no all the time. I think the only case where I would say no to a friend is when I'm actually of the same age as the other person. Other than that, when I'm talking to somebody younger than me, I just use their name or often omit the subject, okay? And this also leads me to the third explanation possible. The third possible reason that Korean kids refer to themselves in the third person is that in Korean sentences, often the subject is omitted. So it is possible and easy to say a sentence or many sentences without ever using the word I or you. So Korean kids in general, if they grow up here in Korea speaking only or hearing only Korean, they have fewer opportunities to hear the word 나, 너, like, equivalents of I or you than, say, kids in other countries or in other environments where they're, exposed to other languages. So these are three possible reasons that Korean kids love referring to themselves in the third person. Of course, this is not going to be any problem for any of them. They will pick up the usages of 나, 너, and more polite ways to say you or I, 저, for example, as they grow older. So not problematic at all, and this is just a cute thing. So I thought it was really interesting how you guys pointed out, like many times. I hope you've been observant enough to actually notice that yourself. And if you see these little cultural differences and linguistic differences between kids in your country and kids in Korea, please let us know so that we can think about it and do some research, do some digging, and explain to you in the best way we can. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm Hyunwoo. And if you want to study even more Korean, please visit our website at talktomeinkorean.com, and also check out our online bookstore at mykoreanstore.com for our audiobooks, ebooks, and paper textbooks, which are shipped globally. So thank you so much. I'm gonna let you enjoy the view a little bit more by walking around slightly longer, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Let's keep walking. Well, since I didn't introduce any new vocabulary word in this video, how about 우산? 우산이 진짜 많이 있어요. 다채로운 색깔의 우산이 많이 걸려 있습니다. That's it. Bye.